it's Sam. So I just realized I didn't film an intro. I've been editing this video. My curry is in the background and I didn't even film an intro. But today I'm gonna be doing a video showing you guys my everyday makeup. So this is the makeup that I don't wear makeup every day, but when I just wanna quickly put some makeup on, I don't wanna do my full glam. I don't wanna like do my typical like full-on filming makeup. This is what I've been wearing, and I wear basically the same thing every single day, unless I'm being glam, but I really like it. It's super skin-like, it's super natural. It's kind of like that no makeup as much as I can do. And I really like the way it looks on the skin. It gives you kind of like a really, so this has been hours in. So I did my makeup this morning at 8:30. And it's now 1:30, so 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. So it's been 5 hours and I haven't touched on my face at all. I haven't blotted or anything. So you can see there is a bit of a dew, but honestly I would just get like a little napkin and just bink, 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 and then it's good to go. It lasts all day. It's just super natural, very kind of like beachy, sun-kissed, just like real casual. Like I wear this makeup way more than I wear my glam makeup nowadays, which is super weird for me because you guys know I've always been like full on glam. But I love it. It's quick. There's very minimal products and almost everything is cruelty-free. There's one item, which is my mascara, that is not cruelty-free. Everything else is. I'm gonna link everything down below for you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button if you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell and follow me on Instagram. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okie doke, so I have just self-tanned, so that's why my face is looking a little bit crazy and it looks like I'm naked, but I'm not. I have a little tube top on. So I take the Pure Lease. This is the Perfect Glow BB Cream SPF 30. It's oil-free, moisturizing, natural looking coverage, and it says it's a matte meets glowy finish for all skin types, even sensitive. And I have had no problem whatsoever with this breaking me out. As you can see, I have, hello, I'm right here. What are you doing? There we go. I have no breakouts whatsoever. I'm just left with my good old melasma and scarring. So I usually do about 3/4 of the medium tan to 1/4 of the tan. But today, I think I'm probably gonna have to do half and half just because I've just self-tanned. And I literally just do, I kind of just like squeeze it along my finger. So I'm just gonna do the exact same with the tan, and then I just basically mix those together just in my hands like this. And this is so quick and easy. It doesn't take very much time at all. The coverage is gorgeous. It is SPF 30, so then I'm getting my sunscreen. And it is just so beautiful on the skin because it gives you good coverage without looking like you're wearing a foundation. It just looks like your skin, but like nice. It gives you a really pretty glow, but you can kind of matte it down if you need to. And I just kind of like pull it up into the hairline a little bit. You know, it's been really nice not having blonde hair, actually, because when I was blonde, I couldn't really get up into the hairline because it would dye my hair. So it's quite nice actually doing this because then I can really like blend it into the hairline really well. Looking a little crazy around the hairline from my self-tanner though. So now I'm going to take my Milk Makeup Flex Concealer, and this is in the color Fair. And when I'm doing just a very natural makeup, I just keep it right in that inner corner, just because my dark circles are pretty bad lately. They're quite dark, so I just want to kind of brighten up that little bit of darkness right there. And obviously when I'm not like doing a video and like explaining every little thing, I can get this done in about, depends on how quick I'm working. I could probably get it done in 5, but I'd say 10 to be fair. Like that's probably how much it really takes me. Okay, so I just keep it right in that little part. Next, I do a little bit of cream blush. So this is the one I've been using. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Cream Blush in the color 350. And this is new to them. They've just come out with it recently. So that's what it looks like. It's just like a little tube and it just squeezes out. So I literally take the tiniest amount, like the tiniest amount, and I just kind of rub it in between my fingers like this. And it's such a nice formula. It goes into the skin really beautifully, and I just basically just tap it with my middle finger. And it just gives like a really nice little flush to the cheek. Sometimes you have to add a little bit more if it's like, you know, by the second cheek it kind of wears off your finger a little bit. Okay, so now I've got some blush. Next I go on to my Beauty Counter, and this is the Beauty Counter Radiant All Over Bronzer in the color Dune. I've been absolutely loving this bronzer, you guys. It is so good. It's got such a nice tone. It's kind of got a bit of warmth, kind of like a reddish tone. And there's no shimmer or anything, so it's just really pretty. So I usually just start off on the forehead and just kind of like push it into the hairline. Just around the sides of my forehead. And then I basically take it like right onto the cheek. When I'm doing it this way, I just kind of want to give myself more of like that sun-kissed, like bronzed look versus contoured, super light under eyes. It just kind of looks more natural this way, like you've just been like out in the sun. And I literally just go right on the top across like the bridge of my nose, because then it just looks like you've been sitting like out in the sun and you're just like, ooh, I'm a little bit flushed, a little bit sunburnt. And I really like that way, the way that looks. I just kind of, whatever's left, I just take along the jaw and then right on the chin. So then I take my Beauty Counter Romantic Eyeshadow Palette and I use the color Moon Dust. You can actually buy this in a cheaper version, which I will link down below. I'll link both, but I basically just use this color out of this palette, and it's just this most beautiful sparkly eyeshadow, but I actually use it as a highlighter, and I think it is the most beautiful, sparkly, just amazingness. And it looks absolutely gorgeous on like this natural kind of like dewy, bronzed, summery, like vacation skin. And then it kind of blends out all of your blush and bronzer that you've put up kind of closer to the corner of your eye. It gets a little bit of light added there. And because you put it on without putting powder down first, it just looks wet, and it's like so amazing, especially when you go out in the sun. And I just, whatever's left on my brush, I just very lightly go underneath the eye. And then I usually just take whatever is left and pop that right down the center. This is when we move on to powder. So I'm just going to take the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder, and this is super fine. I just get, this is a Luxie 742 blusher brush, and I just put a tiny little bit of that right just underneath the eye and like right on the sides of my nose, just because that's where I get oily. I mean, I get oily all over my face, but for this look, I don't mind looking a little dewy on the rest of my face. But I do want to just kind of set right here, because that's where my pores are the biggest, and it kind of just fills all of the pores in and makes you look a little bit more smooth. So I would go all the way around my mouth where I have smile lines and a little bit of texture. I get this big old wrinkle on either side. Try to fill that sucker in. So, and then I'll kind of just like whatever is left on my brush, I'll kind of just like take into the cheek area. Lately, I've been using this pencil from ColourPop, and it is the Arched Auburn, and it looks like this. It's kind of got a little bit more of a red tone, just because I, obviously, you know, my hair is definitely more auburny now. I just figured it might be good to add a little bit more kind of redness to the eyebrows. They're so creamy that they do wear down quite quickly, so I feel like you do go through them fairly fast, which is not too bad because, you know, they are pretty affordable, but still kind of annoying. Kind of like fill in the front with that just a little bit, and then I go into my taupe trap from Urban Decay and I use the brow blade side, the ink pen, and I just create some little hair strokes as well. Then whatever is left on my brush from the highlighter, I just kind of like go all over the lid. And then whatever is left on my brush from the day that I did have actually an eye look, and sometimes I do have to dip in, but most of the time it's like still on there. So I just kind of like do a little bit in the crease, but I don't want it to look like much because this is kind of like a no makeup look. So see how it's just giving me a little bit of something but nothing major. Then I get a tiny little brush with my Violet Voss Essentials palette, and I just pop that right into the inner corner. And the crease color is from the Kathleen Light So Jaded palette. I'll just tell you what it is because if I do have to dip back into it, then I'll show you the color. Ew, I've got so many eye boogers, gross. You know, eye boogers can really ruin your makeup. It's not cute. So this is the palette that I normally use for my crease, and it is my favorite. And I use the colors Rose Quartz mixed with You're a Gem. And that's that's what's in my crease. It's just left over on the brush. So now I do a little bit of a waterline. This is the Lord and Berry, and the color is 1002 Nudo. I buy mine off of Amazon. I don't know why she would have stolen a lash curler though. I think she's afraid of them. I remember watching my mom curl her lashes when I was little. And I remember saying to her, I'm never gonna do that. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. Here I am, curling my lashes. I'm using the Opening Act Tarte Lash Primer. Still haven't found a mascara that I love, that is cruelty free, that is the same as the Lancome Hypnose Drama. So I'm still on the hunt for that, but I like this primer. The primer's been great. So this has replaced my Cils Booster XL from Lancome, which I'm so happy I found this. Hypnose Drama is a tough one to replace. I think it's the brush that makes it so great because it's kind of curved. It like fits to your eyes so well. The only thing I will say about this one versus the Lancome one is that this one's, the wand, even though it's a brush wand, it's quite stiff. So it's a little bit painful to apply. And like I have such sensitive eyes anyway that I do find that I have to be really careful because it just feels like it's going to stab you, which is why I like the Lancome one because the bristles are quite soft. But as far as the actual product goes, it does the trick. I don't see much of a difference as far as like the volume and the lengthening and everything. I think it does a great job. So if you can get past the fact that the brush is a bit kind of stabby and stiff, I think you'll be okay. But you see how the wand is kind of like, it's almost like an S in a way. Like it's not just like a curve, it's like, so it's really good. And I don't know, I just love this mascara so much. It's so hard to replace. I've tried the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I know a lot of people like that, but for some reason there's something in the formula that just gets all over my eyebrows and underneath my eyes as the day goes on. And I tried their waterproof formula because it is a pretty good mascara, and that did it too. So I don't know what the heck they have in that formula, but it's almost like it's just too wet or something. I like quite a dry mascara because then it's dry and it doesn't transfer all over your lid and everything. And I do take that on the bottom as well, just to pop that waterline color. Okay, my camera just shut off while I was doing my lips, but I'm just taking my Lord & Berry number 3035 Nude Lip Liner Pencil. Again, you can get it off of Amazon. Then I'm taking my Awake Lip Therapy Lip Mask. I got this at Ulta the other day. I showed it in a haul. I love it. It's amazing. I try to do a natural lip, but like, my lips are so small that I just feel weird without my lip liner. I'll do it if I'm like in a super rush. But I feel much better when I have lip liner on. And lately I've not been putting anything over the top of that because the lip balm is so shiny and it's actually such a pretty color by itself that I usually feel like I don't have to. That is my everyday makeup. This is what I do on a regular basis when I'm not trying to look super glam. This is what I do because it's just super easy. It's really, really quick. The foundation is amazing. It lasts all day long. It does get a bit oily, so I do have to kind of like pat throughout the day, but I do that anyway, so it just doesn't matter because it's such a natural finish and it looks so skin-like on the skin that I just feel like I don't really care. It looks like I'm just wearing sunscreen and I'm a little bit dewy. It just looks like skin. It doesn't look like you're wearing any foundation. So when you're out in the sun, I know that like this is, you know, we're coming into spring, you're spending a lot more time outside, you're going to be like out in the sun, and I just feel like this looks so pretty when you're outside in real light on the skin, the sun's shining on you. It just looks really beautiful, and I really like the way it looks, and it feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing any makeup at all. And then I love the fact that it is SPF 30, and I have not had any breakouts, any problems, any sensitivities. Like, it's been absolutely amazing. So I'm really, really happy with this foundation. I mean, technically it's not even a foundation, is it? It's called a BB cream. But supposed to actually improve your skin texture. So it says that it's a multitasking beauty balm that is a foundation, antioxidant moisturizer, and SPF 30 into one, featuring our exclusive Asian herb extracts complex. Goji and hawthorn berry brightens skin, while jasmine improves skin texture and retains moisture to create a gorgeous and glowing complexion. So it helps reduce the fine lines, wrinkles, dark spots, dullness, and other signs of aging. Hydrates the skin, softens and evens skin tone, improves skin complexion, prevents UVA and UVB damage. And that's the funny thing, is that I feel like my skin has actually gotten better when I use it. Like, I could fall asleep in this, I have a few times, and I wake up the next day and like I don't have any like zits or anything. My skin still looks really nice. Like, it's such a nice product. I feel like it's just like using a moisturizer, but it just happens to have some foundation in it. So I absolutely love it. I think it's really great. I would definitely recommend it. I feel like this eyebrow's looking a bit crazy over here. This one's looking a little sharp. Did you see that? Looks a bit sharp. But yeah, I just feel like this is such a nice routine, and for me it just saves so much time, and it makes my skin look really beautiful, really dewy, very youthful. I feel like the older you get, like, you do have to be careful with your foundation and like what you're putting on your face, just because it can tend to age you just a little bit, especially with the smile lines or like underneath the eyes. Of course, I will link everything else down below that I have used here today so that you guys can check it out for yourself. I'd say, if anything, this Pure Lace, it's the Perfect BB or Perfect Glow BB cream, amazing. That's like my favorite. And then also my bronzer, where did I put it? This Beauty Counter Radiant All Over Bronzer in Dune. I'm obsessed with this, you guys. I love it. It's become my absolute new favorite bronzer, and it does not break me out. So if you are sensitive and you have a little bit of acne prone skin or anything like that, you shouldn't have a problem. It's absolutely beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.